Welcome. This is Gary Salton, Chief of R&D and creator of IOP Technology. This video summarizes the validity study that underpins IOP. What is validity? It's an argument about whether a theory you are using can be trusted. A theory is just a statement of what causes what. You can believe reports to the degree that you can believe the theory that underlies them. Theories come in levels. At the bottom is speculation. It is an opinion. Everybody has them. Like anything else with an unlimited supply, they aren't worth much. At the top of the hierarchy are facts. These are things whose truth is unquestioned by any reasonable person. Facts are usually in short supply. Most of the things that we think we know are somewhere between speculation and facts. Validity is the tool that we use to move up the scale. The first test of validity is common sense. If you don't understand the theory, why should you believe the results? IOP theory is based on information processing. If you come to our seminar, I'll show you how everything fits together. If you are willing to settle for less than 100% explanation, you have another option. Simply go to iop.com, click the coffee break video, and look for this link. In less than 10 minutes, you'll get a level of confidence that we know what we're doing. You'll still need some assurance that IOP truly reflects the theory that you just bought into. That's where statistical validity comes in. IOP chose to follow Bill Trojan. He's professor and director of evaluation at Cornell. He is also president of the American Evaluation Association. He's as close as you'll get to the authority in the field. You may look at this image and think you know what's in it. You may be right. Then again, you may not be. In statistical terms, validity is a way of clarifying the image. If you pass all the tests, you can be pretty sure that you've got the complete picture. You probably know what you're doing. Bill Trojan specified 8 tests. IOP passed them all. The study was published in a book that you can buy, or you can read it for free at our website. Further, the study was commissioned, paid for, and published by an independent firm, HRD Press. It's not a self-serving, self-published document. A professional mathematician did the study. You can read his resume in the book. It should give you confidence that he knows what he's doing. And this is the summary of his findings. He first tested individuals. He then tested groups. Not everything that works with individuals works in groups, and vice versa. Content validity is the first item on Bill's list. It asks whether you can trace the test questions back to the concepts in the theory. You do this with a nomological net. Here's IOPS. It traces an average of 88% of the IOPS survey responses directly back to the theoretical concepts. The other 12% are traceable indirectly. With this, IOP passes content validity. There is no muddled thinking in IOP. Face validity tests whether the results seem to be true. In over 14,000 cases, only 128 people, or about 1%, disagreed with the IOP results. For the 921 groups in the study, less than 1% judged the results to be inaccurate. With IOP, you won't have to argue if the results are right. It passes the face validity test. Construct validity checks measurement. It does this by testing whether different populations in the study behave the way the theory predicts. 3 groups were used to conduct this test. The first was information technology. IT had 35 groups and 334 people. Customer service was next with 30 groups and 455 people. Finally, there was R&D with 10 groups and 98 people. The 3 groups behaved exactly as the theory predicted. This happens by chance only 1.6% of the time. You can't get these results with muddled measures. Convergent validity is next on Trojan's list. This test usually compares one tool to another to see if they agree. In IOP's case, there is no other validated tool measuring information processing. There is nothing to compare to. The study overcame this problem by comparing results from 6 years as if they were independent samples. They converged on a common profile with exactly the same pattern arrangement. Group convergent validity was also tested. Waste management facilities in 19 different locations were compared. If IOP worked right, strategic patterns should converge. And that's exactly what they do. There is less than 1 chance in 1,000 that this convergence is due to chance. Discriminant validity is next up. This test assumes that measures of different things should move differently. If they move together, they are assumed to be measuring the same thing. This is usually a signal for muddled thinking. But not always. IOP styles and patterns are intentionally related. If you move one, you'll move the others. That's what gives IOP its power. On an individual level, discriminant validity just does not apply. But something can be done with the group. The researcher took the 887 customer service, IT, and R&D people and mixed them all up. He asked a cluster analysis program to figure out which person was in which group. This is what he got. And this is what it means. The probability of being able to sort the people out as accurately as it did by chance was less than 1 in 10,000. You could not get that result if IOP variables were muddled. IOP passes discriminant validity with flying colors. Concurrent validity involves getting the judgment of a group of experts on accuracy and effectiveness. The IOP experts came from 49 different universities, government bodies, corporations, and consulting firms. They represented a large number of different organizations within these general categories. And they occupied levels ranging from VP to professional. Finally, their education ranged from PhD to just some college. The large size and diversity of experts means that they are reasonably representative of the areas where IOP will be applied. The results are conclusive. IOP passes the concurrent validity test. Predictive validity focuses on the ability to foretell the future. IOP theory says that if the environment is stable, IOP styles are stable. This was tested using the same technique as used in convergent validity. The theory behaved exactly as expected. Each year was able to predict the next. 39 experts who heavily used team analysis tested group predictability. None of the experts judged the group results to be inaccurate. All predictive validity tests exceeded the academically accepted standard of 5 chances at 100. IOP passes the test. Reliability is not really a validity test. It is a test of consistency. It just asks whether if you did the test again, would you get the same result. The tests of convergent and predictive validity have already answered the reliability question. They did 15 separate tests and IOP passed them all. This should tell you that IOP can be trusted to produce reliable results. Conclusion validity is the last piece of the puzzle. This is the ability to counter a series of threats to any study. These are the threats that are seen. We just answered the reliability threat. The variability in the sample is minimal. The results can be trusted. Statistical power refers to the rigor demanded. Sample size is one aspect. The IOP sample size is very large for both individuals and groups. The other aspect is the statistical standards used. IOP has at least met, and most of the time exceeded, academic standards. The remaining threat is poor implementation. This threat revolves around using the wrong kind of statistic. Not all curves are normal. If you use the normal curve and your data is not normally distributed, your results are questionable. The IOP study actually tested the data and then used the right statistical tests. You can trust the results. In summary, all of the threats of conclusion validity were addressed in the study. With that, IOP has applied and passed all of the relevant validity tests. You can have confidence in the IOP results. Using IOP, you have a clear picture of individuals, teams, and groups. Can someone quibble? Of course. Heck, every few years, someone decides to challenge Einstein. Validity is an argument. It's not a definitive state. However, taken in its totality, the IOP validity study clearly is one of, if not the most, validated theory in the field of organizational development. Thank you for viewing this video. If you want more information on IOP, you can go to our websites at www.iop.com or oeinstitute.org. Thank you again for your interest in IOP technology.